a history of a bit of history about the fashion of motherhood, how it was different in different ages.
Right.
And then we had from a doula gave a whole thing, and then the history of art gave something, and then I did as many meetings as possible about this, and here.
Beautiful. Could you also tell a little bit about the Mother, Daughter, and the Holy Spirit?
Okay. I can talk forever about that. Which angle do you want? I'll start talking. You just navigate me. What I did is that I did talk about this already in your thing, no? Well, my body was wrecked after having the twins, and I thought it would go back to what it was. So I did what most women do: is not look at it for,
We did. I think we did this already, but
Yeah.
I didn't keep a log actually.
Oh, okay. So I
that's
think
why
okay, good.
But this we did.
So
I need to listen backwards. That's what I need to do.
Okay, that's
and
okay. No problem.
Um,
So anyhow, this project, which has two names, has Invisible and Valuables in English, and in Hebrew is called status symbols.
right. Why?
Because those are the status symbols I'm saying that we deserve.
I understand that. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Okay. So within the Israeli context, you wanted to emphasize that.
Oh, why
Yeah.
that? And
Yeah.
I'm not sure that was the reason. I think I just have I get to a stage where I have two names and I can't choose.
Right.
Sometimes no, yeah. In this case, I just had two names and I can't choose. I said, why do I need to choose? I have Hebrew, I have English.
That's
I'll basically, that's being in the middle of a few cultures, I guess. And this, and anyhow, this is inspired. A lot of this work is inspired by my reading and knowing Marilyn Waring, the feminist economist, and she's one of my great inspirations for just thinking this way, because she kind of and so. Then, when we had the opportunity to give an offer to Demeter Press about the connection between this exhibit and her work, it was like, yes!
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, okay, Marilyn Waring is my rock
Right.
star, okay? That we all have our feminist rock stars. She's my
Sister.
feminist rock star because I really love the way she thinks about. It's like, the thing is, you see, it goes all back to money. It all goes back to money, and I kept on developing this thought of into the money and into capitalism, into structure, into neoliberalism, into imperialism. All these things are obviously, it took me a while to understand how connected they are, but I continued developing this theme in the visual lecture called "Do We Value Our Values?"
Right.
which was shown in the Women in Money project in Minneapolis, where in that lecture, visual lecture, I really wove together everything to show how it's all rigged, how the system is rigged, but you know, a lot of people have said it. I did it my way with lots of pictures and with the picture of me with the roots on the head.
Right, yeah.
Like thinking about the roots of our culture, thinking about the root thought system, and what I try to make it so that the people in the room like get it. I really want them to get the connection, because it's like I'm really proud of some of the images I found. For instance, I tried to tell them, here, this is the opening
Right, yeah.
one about money and, the fact that we want value, etc. What are values? What do you care about most? I asked all kinds of people on Facebook, and then I collected a lot of their answers, and I made some drawings. But I talk about the question of values, and do we put our money where our mouth is? And basically, I'm still developing. We say we value life? We say we value our loved one. Do we really?
Right.
Do we walk the talk? Again, here the gap between the word and the action, and do our actions reflect our words? What is a value? A value is a promise. A promise creates expectation. Do we keep our promises? And here, Oma wrote something about her son whispered to her. He says, "Mom, I really appreciate it that you promise and go through with your promise." So it's like the meaning of promises, and so if a value is a promise and we don't go with our what does that mean? So what happens when we don't honor our words? Broken promises. Just playing around. Let's see. I just don't remember this the development of thoughts.
Right.
The exact development of thought. But so this is what happens. So I play around with broken promises, and this work is not mine. I love it. This is a crosswork, and you see here you have a sinkhole.
Yes.
How I found the gaps out there, money gaps, and this is made by an artist I love, who's an activist. Her name is Karnit Yadid. So I bring in, so, and I talk about how I fell into the gaps out there, and then found them in here inside myself. And this is my own drawing from years ago.
I have never seen your drawing work.
Really?
No.
Anyhow, and then the word economics come from the Greek oikonomiko, which is oikos is house. It means the care and management of a household. So I don't remember how I did the connection here, but I did it. That's what a visual lecture is. What is most valuable to you? And I ask the audience, and then I talk about this image, which it belongs to a book that was here in the house, and I was going to throw it out. And then I just looked at the image. What connection did I make? Anyhow, I have it somewhere. And then, this is America. This is the values of America. A lone cowboy, no one around him, no dependency, no relationship. This is America. This is America. Like all the aloneness, the independence.
Right. And mobility.
Exactly. Oh, that's a good one. Yes. And I talked about, I think I don't remember how I connected. Oh, this is not there. I think we have some blacks here, so. No, it's not according to the order, but not the right version, but it's basically here, I ask, what do you take when your house is burning?
Right.
And people take first people, pets, and photos.
So
that's why I kind of think, okay, how do we get to values? So people say, oh, I value this, I value that, and it's like all these, and it's like, okay, let's make it simple. You're in a fire. What do you take? That's what you value. That's very simple. So it's like, what do we take? We take our loved ones and we take our photos, and photos are memories and stories of families, basically. So, and this is not organized. This is not. And that's my drawing. Thank you. From long ago, actually. This I tell a story which I really like. This story actually. of how when I was in New York and studying, I was like, oh, this is my self-portrait. This is how I view myself in a few years.
It's a self-portrait of you.
Well, it's kind of, this is how I want to be in a few years. This is my